Times writer acknowledges that the Rock isn't among many Britain's top 100 destinations. It's accessible and safe, he notes, but is it desirable? He first compares Gibraltar's response to the COVID-19 pandemic to the way it's treated hostile armies over the centuries, by closing ranks, digging in and drawing on its own resourcefulness, he says. Duncan Craig marvels as he arrives at Gibraltar's shared airport, with its colossal limestone monolith as a backdrop, he says, Swiss cheesed by 34 miles of tunnel. He draws exotic parallels with Hong Kong, Table Mountain and Rio during his trip to the Upper Rock and admires the beaches below with its rainbow-coloured houses. In sharp contrast, he says Main Street could out-Britain any provincial high street in the UK, although he points out what he calls an almost Madrilenian vibe at the outdoor cafes. On Gibraltar's military history, the writer describes an exhilarating hour spent beneath the towering cliff face, taking in the Med Steps and O'Hara's Battery. He quotes local hotelier Brian Callahan, who says there's so much here, yet it's not served up on a plate like Disneyland. You have to work to find it. The writer packs in a lot in this article: fine dining at the Rock Hotel, the Alameda Wildlife Park, e-biking, and the joys of paddleboarding in the bay accompanied by turtles, whales and dolphins. Not just a destination for Terry and Junes, the writer notes, referring to the retired British 70s sitcom couple. He meets the governor, Sir David Still, who describes Gibraltar to him as forward-thinking and dynamic, and the Britain we'd still love to have. The monkeys, of course, get a mention too, as does Llanito, which the writer calls that Gibraltarian melding of language. Once again, at the top of the Rock, the Times reviewer gazes around at what he calls the twinkling tankers in the port, the faint smudge of North Africa on the horizon, and silhouettes of olive trees and pines offering what he calls the promise of a spectacular Mediterranean day ahead. The writer asks himself, this tiny territory as the big discovery of the year? Crazier things have happened in 2020, he says.